Oh, I
I'm
told you about the
fixing.
dude that had a $6,000 camera and got rocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stream has begun, just so you know.
I'm fixing my connection, but feel free to talk and do stuff.
So I learned something very interesting in
Yeah?
class today. Professional writers of short stories do not make their money from getting paid to publish short stories. They make their money from paid appearances.
That makes sense.
That's sad.
Because you don't actually get that much money for publishing a single short story.
That makes sense. I mean, like magazines. I used to.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure it
because
used
they're
to,
usually magazine published or something.
and I mean, I'm sure like 20 years ago it was better with the magazine and newspaper, trade being better. But nowadays,
I mean,
so
have you ever
saturated.
have you ever seen a short story published in a newspaper?
They used to be all the time.
Yeah, like maybe not 20 years, maybe that's 50 years ago. But it used to be like the newspaper was your media for everything. It was,
Yeah.
and they would just fill. They do like 10 editions a day sometimes just to fill.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
fill with
Lovecraft stuff used to be published in newspapers and shit.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah,
He mostly published in literary magazines.
Oh, that too.
And yeah, and because like the actual like book publishing was a pretty expensive resource compared to a newspaper publishing, so it was a much easier avenue for most people. But yeah, times change. I mean, now like it's I can get all the content I want for free. Why should I spend money? Is a prevailing concept, which is a lot of content creators are like really concerned with. Well, then why would anyone want to create content? Basically, if it's so hard to get money, you're gonna de-incentivize content creation, which is a dangerous way to go down. But,
so
like why would everyone advertise on TV nowadays? Like everyone just fast forward through the commercials. Why would you spend millions of dollars on that if no one's going to see that commercial?
I mean,
it's still just barely valid enough to be a thing.
I mean, it's a matter of...
Okay.
So... Okay. So... As of last time, you had all looted up the, this place here.
Yep. Got a little bit more to do. And then we should be on to the next cause of... What? We need to find Balena Forest or something.
Is there anything left here?
Yeah, we just discussed that.
Do we just decipher all the writings, or was that to be done later? I wasn't sure about that.
I don't remember how important that part actually was.
I feel like you did.
Okay.
So, I mean... Like, I think you've been in all of the rooms.
Yeah, you said that we had last time.
There was like some paper, like there was the first group of things that we deciphered, then there was like a second group of papers on like a desk or something, and I wasn't sure if we
didn't I cliffhang. I made the reading of those a cliffhanger.
I think so. That's what I was thinking.
That's about right.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So I ended on what those contained, which was the fact that in this city, under Cantargo, there is some kind of object that that disturbs the River of Souls and causes people to retain their memories of their lives after they die.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what that was.
Okay, cool. Just making sure we got everything that we needed for that.
Yeah, we've just got to find point A of the entrance.
Okay.
It's just like a door, the white thingy.
Yeah, it all happened. Leon, why aren't you in the roll 20?
I will be shortly. There's I have a badly timed game of Rocket League going on. It's almost over.
Okay. So besides, I mean, is there any reason to stay in here? Or are we like there's the thing in the closet that gets us out of here? Other than that, are we just any reason to stay?
Not in this area. Probably
No.
need to go back to the college to figure out how the fuck he gets in there, but
Yeah.
So, you know that evil outsiders and good outsiders as well tend to have greater teleport at will. So, that's...
yeah, but there's a teleport pad that is endpoint of getting in that area.
Okay. So what do you do?
Well, we need to leave, so that would mean, no, this, it requires what, a place we find safe? Is how that works, right?
Yeah, just contemplate a place where you feel safe. There's
Okay.
not a check or anything, you can just do it.
Yeah. So, then we all agree to just meet back up at the hotel, or the college.
Okay, where?
Front entrance.
Okay.
So we need to talk and discuss findings and figure out the thing.
Poppy, I assume what you have prepared right now is the Northern Plains thingy?
Actually, it's the forest is what I have prepared.
It's okay. It doesn't matter because we don't have teleportation. So how do you want to do this?
Fucking go there.
How far is it from the city?
I mean,
Is it like the closest forest to the city?
it is the only forest that is remotely close to the city.
That's what I grew up.
Like within a few hours, within a few days
I
of walking.
Here, let me find the stupid map.
Okay.
Okay, it's... we are. It is about... The edge of it is something like 100 miles from Cantargo.
Okay, that's a fair distance.
It's Ravounel Forest.
Can we just say like he drives the school bus there and he comes to pick us up later?
I mean, we should be able to get there on our own, right?
In days, yeah.
Since you'll be, if I may say something in terms of recommendation, since you will be there, and you won't have your companion, I recommend bringing the T-Rex. It's going to be all outdoorsy, so this will be a time when he's useful.
Okay, yeah. If we're not gonna teleport, it would make sense to bring him.
Okay, sure.
But if we're gonna teleport, then no.
Yeah.
Bring him.
I'm all for it.
Okay, let's go. Do you actually have a T-Rex for me? For you?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's currently level 2, which I think should be right. You guys are level 15?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think 2 should be right. He's not shopped for. I never did that. But other than that,
Let's hope he has enough.
He's fine.
Okay.
He has a belt of physical perfection. I foolishly have not listed how much.
Full.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the ones I gave you, because I did have one that.
Was it +2?
No,
or-
no. Actually, I did. I just upgraded mine. I didn't
Was
give it away.
Was it 2, 4, or 6?
I don't remember. I don't think the one you have is from me anyway. I think it was just one we found in the somewhere in the loot, and then you got it for half price instead of just buying one.
Okay. Here.
So if it's from loot, it's probably +2.
Okay. Well, that's an easy thing to fix shopping-wise. So let's see.
Cool. I found a. I will pick up this spell then. I can pick it up the Shadow Walk spell, which is not. It's basically short range teleport, but you don't have to worry about size of creatures or number of people. Really.
How much? How much
I-
short range exactly?
I mean, you travel at 50 miles an hour for hour per level, so a decent range, but not as nearly as much as teleport would be.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
So yeah, there's a lot of. I'm not sure how many things it would cover, but it's something to keep in mind. So figure 8 hours times 50 miles an hour, 400 miles. That's decent, but not. I mean, I'm not sure what our range is as far as how far we've been from Cantargo in this campaign.
What are you rolling exactly?
I'm calculating the price of the thing, how much money he has after I do this upgrade.
You do remember that you had 150k.
I have to check the price, or I don't know how much the thing costs. I would otherwise do the math in my head.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but okay, let's go.
And we end up 1d10 times 100 feet from where we want to be, which
It's pretty nice.
that's not bad. That's within sight of where we want. And it's a forest, is our goal, so it's like pretty much in the forest.
So do we want to first do the RP for the Kosh thingy?
For the Kosh thingy?
I have no idea what that is.
For the... You broke... Did you mean college?
Yeah, I did mean college.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, that'll give you time to do your math, what
Yeah.
you need to do.
Well, though of course I can't focus on both of those things at once, but...
I'm not going to question that.
Okay, I will not. I'll get rid of that spell in replacement of it.
I mean, I can't focus on shopping for him while also role-playing.
I'm not going to question that. So, do we have... I don't recall we have any clues to the actual entrance aside from this is the old building that was closed down, nobody goes in there because it's spooky as shit.
Yes.
So, is there a map for that?
There's not a map for the building.
Is there a map for where the thing is that we're looking for?
Okay, so what do you do?
I mean, we go inside the building and look around. Want a perception check?
So, from the base... So how do you leave the basement?
Through the teleporter thing.
Okay. So, just because it's been 2 weeks, I'll just say, like, the way it works, you have to focus on somewhere where you, like, feel all safe and at home, or it won't
Yes.
work.
Right.
So the entrance to the university is probably not going to fit that.
Right, but
And
we
you just-
established that.
So we're each gonna teleport to like wherever that home place is, and then we're gonna like
Right.
You know.
So, yeah, we're meeting up at the university to
Okay.
continue the thing.
Okay.
Perception's usually low.
yeah. Just look at Kevin with his plus 33.
I have wisdom of a god.
Mm. Is
Actually-
wisdom? Oh yeah, wisdom is perception based.
Actually,
Perception is wisdom based.
that is weird. I never really thought about that, but that is kind of stupid. It like you can be really smart, really wise, but like blind as a bat. So
Yeah, I mean, I think that comes down to they can't have 2-step bonuses for a trait, and they want to emphasize knowledge of what you're looking for instead of actual visual acuity.
There's a lot of things where it's like you just say, "Okay, yeah, that's how it works." I'm not going to argue about it. You know.
Yeah,
That was a decent example, I think.
I mean, I think skills are maybe the one thing in this system that I would have changed.
Yeah,
In the
I
sense
agree.
of, like, some skills need 2 abilities to make sense, as in this case.
I could see that. The thing I would like to see is a splitting of the physical and the mental stats, so that if you're a fighter, you get 2 plus maybe strength or skill points, or something like that
Oh yeah, maybe.
for physical stuff.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Hello?
For balance perspective, it always struck me as odd.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know,
What's the highest amount of skill ranks you can get?
8 plus int per level.
No, I meant like level 20. How much?
you can only have
No,
equal to
dude, I
level.
had fucking 400 skill points at the end of Darby's game.
That's like a stalled game, right?
That
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You still used your highest int or your highest skill point thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you have like a lot of money and a lot of ability scores.
Right, but that also is a point as to how invalid your argument is. It isn't about how high, how many skill points you get. It's the base number that matters.
yeah. You can get the skill ranks are arbitrarily high, where the chart gets screwed
Yeah.
over because of how
I was
like,
maxing out everything.
Yeah,
In I know in Starfinder where there are fewer skills and everyone gets more skill ranks, I pretty quickly found a theoretical way to get most of get a near complete spin of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are about 20 different skills, and the operative in effect gets 10 plus int per level. He doesn't get to choose where 2 of those are, but he gets 10. So
What about every profession?
yeah, that's the one limiting factor where there's an infinite number of professions in theory, so you can never truly run out.
Yeah.
But
how effect and who puts points in profession anyway? Like it's for flavor more than anything.
Profession is for flavor.
well, in organized play,
um,
there's a specific use for it, but
Yeah, and well, I mean, profession has uses at low level, and then it has uses for, like, fucking lawyer was useful. at one point.
In organized play, there's a specific mechanic to get bonus money through profession in a way that is much more efficient than doing it in a normal campaign. So people will often put like one rank into a profession just so they can make that roll.
Right.
Even if you invest heavily in it, you can actually get a pretty decent amount of extra money. Still like 1% of what you would otherwise of your overall wealth, but not completely negligible.
Yeah, that's why I was reading. Was in this forum thread of someone trying to maximize their profession skill. Maybe that was why they were.
That is, I could see that. I think I don't think it goes past 3-digit numbers.
Okay, so it's not really that.
But of gold, but that is meaningful. That is somewhat meaningful, and yeah, the thing about Starfinder is that Starfinder is not about combat. Starfinder is about the skill rolls.
Explorations.
That's weird.
Starfinder is about utility and skill rolls. It's about having magic. It's about having tricks up your sleeve to solve lateral thinking problems that they put in front of you. It's not about dungeon crawling, and that's why it's better than Pathfinder.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I've had GMs that do the same thing with Pathfinder /3.5.
Yeah, but if you look at the way that I go by the way that the organized play goes, Pathfinder is built for dungeon crawling, and any attempt to deviate from that feels awkward and tacked on because the game isn't built to do anything else. Whereas Starfinder is much better because it functions well in those other situations, and its combat is still good, like probably better than Pathfinder's.
Yeah, I can see that being possible. I think that's probably because or genre change. You don't have, we're out of dilithium crystals in Pathfinder. Sci-fi shit is all about problem solving. Maybe this one big fight. Where sci-fi is battle, boss.
Okay, so we were doing something.
Yes, we are finding the entrance to.
Okay. So you go back to the university. People are looking at you again.
Yes, they are. We intend to go into that building that nobody fucking goes into.
Okay. Before you can even get there, the headmaster finds you again. Oh, I didn't see you come out. Did things go well?
I'm still working on it, actually.
I see.
I am mildly suspicious of her. Just putting that out there.
Well, if you tell me that and you have any questions, I can just, dash on lights.
I don't have specific questions. More that she's incredibly curious beyond what I feel like she should be.
She's a scientist.
I mean, she's trying to keep her school safe, and I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Though she said that you're out. She didn't see us go in the building.
Yes,
and
she did.
We didn't go in the building, though.
Yeah, we guys teleported in.
Yeah, we teleported.
No,
we didn't
you
actually go in the building.
That is not how I remember it.
I admit it's been a while. I may be wrong.
We did talk to her, I know that, but as far other than that, I'm not really.
Yeah, we talked to her. We left. We went to the building. I remember us going to the building and then going, Okay, well, it's like multi-hundred feet below us. Teleport.
Yeah, you went into the building and then that, and she, I think, followed you into the building.
I don't think that. She did see us go into the building, but I think she let us get on with our business.
I'll go with that.
Maybe she didn't. I guess if you didn't act like you wanted her to, she wouldn't have followed you in.
Dangerous business. We probably wouldn't have suggested that she come.
Okay.
She gonna come, alright. Sorry.
Should be.
The silent treatment.
So,
Does she have any further business with us, or should we just go to the building?
I mean, she doesn't. Other than she just asked you. She asked you if it was fruitful. You sort of said no. I mean, all she does is wishes you luck and asks if she can do anything to help.
The response would be something like, "We will find you when we've completed the task at hand."
Very good then. You have free run of the campus, of course.
Thanks.
We'll go to the thingy.
All right. The building is as it was before, abandoned, kinda shabby looking.
Mm-hmm. Is the door locked?
Yes, it's been relocked. She can unlock it for you.
If she's not with us, I just unlock it myself.
Alright. People stare at you as you do that, but no one interferes.
Okay. So we go inside, what do we see?
The same abandoned hallway that you see before. It doesn't seem like anything has changed in the last few hours. It's the same old building.
Okay, so you guys need to spearhead this, because I was not here the last session.
I mean, from this point, we basically...
To be clear, you're not in the basement whose map you see. You're in the building above it.
54 to search. For 1 minute.
One of the particular... If you kind of go down and check the hallways, one particular room catches your attention in that it has, like 10... Like, not quite 10, but like 5-6 padlocks just running along the side of it. Like...
It's weird.
Like, my heightened perception to detect something is wrong with its door.
Like there's like two padlocks, a sliding lock, a combination lock, a deadbolt, and bolt, and like some kind of retinal scanner. There's just not actually anything that would be out of place technologically, but it's as though someone it's like the nuclear bunker of like a really paranoid doomsday prepper. It's like this was locked by someone who thought that Satan was inside this room.
Okay.
Cool.
This was probably his personal
There's actually a little plaque right next to it that says as much. This was Meng Voon's office.
Yep. Okay.
Are they unlocked or are they locked?
They are locked, and they are
Okay.
they are locked in such a way they're locked in such a way that you're not meant to be able to get in, primarily to prevent people from getting into the room. Though
Oh.
they're padlocks and stuff that you would unlock them with things like combinations and keys, so they should prevent access both ways, but they're set up from outside the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we asked the professor, I guess, about it, or whatever, the headmistress, about it.
She kind of shudders when you mention Mengvun's office, but she agrees. Oh, all right. I suppose I should let you inside. You can tell she's very visibly nervous as she goes over to there.
I'll let her unlock it, but not open the door. I'll open the door myself, just so that nothing jumps at her.
She prefers it that way. She unlocks it for you, and steps aside.
Okay.
I open the door.
The office is essentially empty. Notes, books, and belongings are no longer present. There's empty bookshelves and dusty furniture. You immediately notice that the dust has footprints in it, indicating the recent passage of several booted feet. The tracks seem to approach a bookshelf behind the old oak desk and the north wall, but they do not appear to return. As in, you only see tracks going and seeming to walk in one direction.
That's pretty gay.
That's pretty appropriate, yeah. So then somebody want to device the bookshelf?
Yeah.
Perception is sufficient to catch that the bookshelf is a secret door, and upon realizing that, you don't need a disable device to open it.
Okay, cool.
The room is also empty, save for a softly glowing magic circle inscribed on the floor.
Spellcraft, to know what it is?
Knowledge Arcana, rather.
Okay, somebody have that?
I do.
Awesome.
Not as good as other people who might not be here, but 38.
It is a teleportation circle. In fact, you're able to recognize that it appears to be the other end of the specific one you found. You don't see any reason to follow it. It would just lead you back down to the basement.
Cool.
Okay.
So,
Hmm.
what do we conclude from this?
That this is probably an older... Wait, is the basement we teleported into or a different basement?
There's also a message on the opposite of the wall, in blood, written naturally in blood. Welcome to my home, Silver Ravens, it says.
Oh my god. Can we do perception to, like, memorize the pattern of writing and stuff? Or linguistics?
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, you killed him.
Oh!
The
I thought
mission
maybe
is-
there was like a big bad guy.
Guys, the mission is over.
Okay.
Like, the job is like 99% over. The current objective is only to destroy the teleport thing.
Okay, so we destroy the teleporter. If there's any reward, we'll take the reward. If not, let's just
Sure.
hurry it up.
There's an XP reward. Let me pull that up.
And of course, bragging rights, because that's the only thing that matters, really. In life,
Well.
in general.
I do have to ask where the teleporter thing is. I assume we'll find it in time. though.
On the ground, in front of you.
Okay.
Did I not describe it?
I heard stairs.
No, it's a magic circle,
Okay,
which is like the opposite end of the one you found.
cool.
Okay.
I should really buy some stuff.
Okay. So. I mean, that's all. That's the next thing
Yeah,
to do.
cool.
Okay. So we use Kevin's spell to
Well,
teleport the forest.
yeah, head back to the library. The lady, and tell her everything's cool. We took care of it, and that's it.
Good. 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 All right. So, your next intended destination is the forest. Let's see if what you know off the top of your head about the forest. No, Humam, you do not get all of the information for free because your backstory says you're from a forest. So,
Can I at least make the check on trend?
no.
God. Fine.
That is pretty funny, though. Knowledge local to know what the city is like. I lived here my whole life. You don't get the check. You don't have a point in it.
Well, I mean, the way that's supposed to work is that you get, it's the DC 10 or lower checks are the things that are plausible common knowledge, and anything higher than that you could only know by putting work into learning.
I understand. It's just funny, like,
Yeah.
specifically that.
I'll show you.
It's honestly the worst thing of it is that a lot of times characters who get like no skill ranks get cheated out of abilities their characters should have.
Or if you want, or you're limited in your backstories because if you want your character sheet to match what you actually can do, or actually how you roleplay it.
Yeah, that's sort of what I mean. Like, if
Yeah.
you're a paladin, you should logically be an encyclopedia of your own religious beliefs. But you can't be because you have 1 skill rank per level, maybe 2, maybe 3. And so that's diplomacy because that's part of your job, and then like then you don't have much else to do. You have to just distribute the others among your class skills, and you can maybe sort of build toward knowledge religion a little. But
yeah. A rank or 2 by like 5.
I wish that what maybe they should do is have the paladin get like a significant bonus to checks regarding their own religion. Cleric should have that too. Like that should be a thing where
circumstance bonus.
That should be a thing. That should be a thing where like divine spellcasters get a bonus equal to their level on checks for the religion they follow.
That makes as long as you don't like metagame it or like try to do too. I think as long as it's natural, then I think that should be reasonable. In any event, so knowledge local is the thing to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, knowledge local is one of many things to do. There's going to be like 3 of them.
Okay. Professor Burb knows way more than I do about this forest. He flew there all the time. He's very well versed in this forest.
Okay.
He has a secret family there.
My local doesn't work outside city.
So regarding finding a leader in the forest, someone who, by the language of the Kintargo contract, would be a valid signee. There are numerous little villages dotting the area around the forest, but none of them are significant enough to qualify. There are two significant factions in the forest, but the exact nature of them is unclear. One is some sort of religious cult with power over the weather, or is believed to be some sort of religious cult with power over the weather. Often they're feared to be a cult of Rovagug. The other is thought to be a cabal of murderous fae who are so efficient at capturing and killing intruders in their land that no one has seen them clearly. No one who has ever seen them clearly has survived to tell the tale. Villagers will confirm having heard the sound of nearly silent wings beating in the sky near their humble towns.
This is one of those moments when I wish we weren't in an AP and I could just suggest to the party that we start a little colony, plant a flag, and claim it.
That wouldn't work anyway.
No, but you've heard the plant flag conversation, right? Like England would sail to a place, plant a flag, and go, "No, this isn't your country. You don't have a flag."
I'm saying it wouldn't work for the purposes of the contract.
Oh, yeah.
Okie dokie. So, what is the most potential candidate for a leader?
I told you everything that you necessarily know.
Right. We need to go, probably group 1, right?
Okay.
So, the
Let's try.
forest... So you're group 1?
Yeah, the Rovagug followers that are maybe misunderstood, or we need to kill them.
That works for me. Chat.
Okay. I will also accept knowledge history, if anyone that could give other information.
Burp is the word.
Is that 38 a knowledge local?
That was perception. Oh, wait, no,
Okay.
that was not perception. What was
No,
that?
that was
Yeah, that was perception from
spellcraft, I
earlier.
think. No, that was
Okay.
Arcana. That was Arcana.
What's
Okay.
18? That was Arcana. Yeah, you're right. That was
Okay,
the,
yeah.
with the circle.
So
Yeah.
history.
Oh, Burb failed,
Oh,
and I failed. I failed as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing that doesn't mean anything at this level.
Okay. Yes. The other thing you would know is just that the forest it's generally feared and regarded as dangerous. Storms tend to show up quite regularly and last for months.
Oh, shit.
Storms that are sort of unusual for the climate of this area. The sort of local consensus / superstition is that these are created by that's why they believe that there's a group of storm worshippers, primarily.
Okay.
God's right back at it again. Okay, let's go for those cultists, I guess, or the so much believed cultists.
Okay. So heading to the so you would head potentially to the forest. I'll
We
assume.
might teleport of Kevin.
Okay.
The forest, we can just ride horses or something, because we can take horses with us, right, Kevin?
Okay.
There's no limit on like people or objects.
That's a good point.
Okay. You don't really know anything that would lead you to approach the forest from any particular direction. Would you just go straight line from Kintargo to the closest edge?
Yeah. Kind of have to.
Miles away from the forest. I can you
None of this is words.
Yeah, you are a robot.
Ah. No. Well, he's rolling.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was muted. So that will appear 1,000 feet from the entrance to the forest, but that's pretty much meaningless.
Yeah,
So-
1,000 feet is not a serious amount.
So it's
Yeah,
within
dude, like
sight.
I would walk 500 miles.
It's within sight, obviously, so it's not really meaningful.
Yeah.
Looking through it, I don't think really any of this is. There's no rolling aside from that. It's just it just takes a couple hours basically.
Okay.
Cool.
We can take horses with us, so that's our means of transportation. And if the T-Rex would allow me to ride on his back, I would ride on his back.
He, just because he's never been trained, he kinda, he'll tolerate it, but it's kind of awkward for him, and it's kind of awkward for you, because he was never trained to have a rider, and so he
Yes.
sort
And he's intelligent, so he's
Yeah.
know.
yeah, but like he still doesn't have any practice with it, so he's not going to be any
Yeah.
good at it.
I'm saying like he does like intelligent beings don't like to be ridden like a horse. I'm guessing.
Right. Between that and not being trained for weight distribution.
Yeah, that's more the issue, is that he's a cohort, so he'll tolerate it, but he's not trained to ride effectively in battle, so it's going to put penalties on both of you mechanically.
Kind of like calm transportation.
Okay, that was not a sentence. That was like flashes of three different words in quick succession. Okay, I mean,
Right, yeah,
I mean,
basically.
even then it'd be kind of awkward, and he kind of wishes you wouldn't. So, let's get, so, this map is going to be kind of, interesting in that, it, it has overland illumination, or overhead illumination,
Cool.
because it has to, in order to make sense. I don't know if I truly have that working.
If you've clicked the thing, then it should be daylight all the way across the map.
Okay. Do you see anything right now?
No.
That's as it should be. Have you begun to see things?
Yes.
No.
Scroll down.
Still no. Left or right?
Right.
Right.
No. Just black.
And you're too far down.
Too far?
Yeah, it's not all the way at the bottom. It's about midway.
I can see like half the map. I'm scrolling up and down, left and right. Nothing
Don't
at all.
Where I'm pinging, then you should see that.
I can't hear you guys, so just go with it, whatever.
Okay.
I can't see anything. Nope, this is all black. This is wholly black.
Well, that's a
Then
problem.
you don't have. Then your token somehow doesn't have sight. No, it does.
Still
Hmm.
not. I think I'm gonna get disconnected.
Yeah, possibly refresh and see what happens.
Okay, now it's working.
So how long did you say that the teleporting took?
2 hours.
Okay.
If it's 100 miles, 50 miles an hour, basically.
Okay.
Do you have an idea, just like curiosity for future uses, how far we, like the other city we went to, how far was that in miles?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay, do you think it's more than like 1,000 miles, or?
No, certainly
Okay.
not.
Okay, so it's a viable option in the future then if we don't have teleport available,
Yeah.
especially when bringing T-Rex, since that's a
Mhm.
good thing to keep in mind.
Okay. All right. So,
I don't think the T-Rex is gonna fit between the trees.
it's not that much. It's not like that everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. So, teleporting here, you don't actually encounter any townspeople on your way to the forest because you don't have a chance to interact with anyone. But upon reaching there, you do find there are a couple of folks sort of sitting there working on there, gathered around one of the
Lumberjacks?
trees. Yeah, they look kind of like lumberjacks.
Cool.
That's
Here's the perception to just see what exactly they're doing.
as of now, they're just kind of standing there, sort of talking to each other.
With a T-Rex 30 feet away.
Well, that's what they're doing as you as you arrive. They do kind of jump and they react, looking at the T-Rex.
Mhm.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Give me a second.
I'm not gonna talk for the T-Rex. You gotta talk for the T-Rex, puppy. So you're gonna talk with yourself.
I mean, I assume that
God damn it.
there isn't a lot of talking for the T-Rex.
Greetings. We are visitors of the forest. What are you doing in this lovely area today?
Oh. Oh, why? We were just resting from our work here. I mean, there's something vaguely familiar about you. And what on Galarian is that creature? To which the T-Rex responds by introducing himself.
Okay.
Yeah, he's with us. Don't worry about it.
Right. Okay.
We are headed to this
Yeah.
place, and I name the cultist. Do you know where we can go to reach them? Here's a
Oh.
diplomacy just to calm them down.
Oh. Do you have a map?
I assume we do.
No.
Huh. I see here. Here. Let me get this working here.
If you have a map, we would love to acquire it.
Yeah,
from
I'm
you.
sorry. This is written weird. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Okay. Sort of approaches. One of them sort of approaches and says, "Here, I think I might have one." Sort of digs around in his pocket. Um, uh,
I'm gonna do a sense motive just for malicious intent.
right.
Nope, I'm not. I forgot which character I'm playing. I do no sense motive at all. I'm very friendly to them.
Okay.
I don't have any skill ranks, okay?
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll
So,
anyway.
yeah, unless somebody else wants to do sense motive, I do nothing of the sort.
Mine's a flat roll. At
Mine is a
19.
+2, but here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. It's so sexy.
Good job, Kevin.
It's one. All the wisdom skills are my job at this point, basically.
Going to type something to Kevin.
What was that?
Ooh. He's gonna message you.
Oh,
PM. Whisper, whatever.
And that sense motive, let me get one from the T-Rex as, nah, we would have been entitled to this a little earlier, so I won't make it like that. Anyways, so Kevin, go ahead and read on your Discord.
what would be a good response there?
Someone eating cereal.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it matters, though.
Sent you a message back, puppy.
Not. I guess you could try to get a surprise round that way.
That's what I was going for. Yeah.
Okay, so roll stealth, and everyone else roll perception,
Okay.
including your cohort, who wouldn't automatically know what you want to do.
Same mod, actually. So everyone but Brooks knows what I'm doing so far.
Okay. Oh. So, which one is your stealth roll?
The 16.
Okay. All right. There is going to be a surprise round because one of them got a natural 1.
It's impressive.
So,
Are we considered in the Kintargo community?
no, you are not.
Cool. Suck dick. 33. Always.
I rolled low.
Oh wow, your bonus is higher than mine.
Mom, someday you're going to do something microscopic, and I'm going to ban you, and it's going to be the greatest feeling I will ever feel. Because it'll have been not actually the thing you just did, but everything ever before then.
Gee.
Okay, sure. That's mostly how I get banned from stuff.
Oh.
Just kidding, I don't join anything at all. This is like the first one. So anyway, my turn. Surprise round, so just a standard?
Yeah, if you beat the 16.
I think you can also do free action, so 5 foot would work as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll 5 foot step here. No, yeah, I'll 5 foot step here and standard action attack this guy. 38 against Flatfoot. I assume hits. 28 against flat. 19. Is it human?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I just ran into a technical difficulty. Apparently you can't mute sites anymore, so no music. Or you can't mute a tab anymore. But so is it a human? The answer to that is yes.
So 26 damage, non-lethal.
On who?
On this guy, the closest.
Okay.
Did we give the T-Rex a name?
No. He was
Poppy hasn't figured
he
one
was
out
going
yet.
to pick his own name, and he never. I've just not.
But I think with Shadow Walk, I think we can bring him along more, so we should try to include him more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. T-Rex is going to attack this same creature. So he's gonna do his bite. That hits. He does 60 points of damage. And he gets a free grab attempt. Which is... It's actually more than this, but that's going to win. And so he has it grabbed. Flux.
5 foot, slumber 2 up there. DC 27.
The two up there, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll save, we'll save, we'll save. There you are.
One succeeded.
Okay. Is that all?
That's it.
Okay. This guy's turn, and he is going to 5-foot step here.
Grabbed.
Is grabbed. He is going to cast a spell defensively.
Oh, okay.
He also has to. It's impossible. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Succeed. Cast a spell while grabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
it's,
is.
It's like a 40-some
The
check.
spell doesn't have a somatic component.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
components of the spell doesn't matter as long as
Well,
it's a spell.
To a certain extent, that matters.
I don't think it lists components.
I don't know if it matters in this case.
I could look it up.
I'm going to look up what it is.
I don't think it lists it though.
Okay. Okay, yeah, in this context it is impossible. If he were grabbed by something with a reasonable CMB, it would not be.
Right. That's. I mean, the T-Rex in particular has a ridiculous. I know. I looked it up. I know. I used an example in a thread. That's why I offhand I just knew it's almost impossible, even at like higher levels, to pull it off with the high roll.
Okay. I mean, he's just gonna delay then.
Reasonable.
Well, I mean, this is the surprise round, so whatever. Leon, did you?
Yeah, I'm doing a thing.
Just I don't want to nerf him, but he didn't make the perception.
Yeah, that's true. That is the one that didn't, so whatever.
All right.
You only have a.
Okay, yeah, surprise round, so that's your turn.
Oh, right. Yep.
Okay. 5-foot step, and it's going to demand a will save from the T-Rex. It wins. Zenray.
Puppy's having a combat by himself.
Shield delay.
Okay. This one is asleep. Mom.
5-foot step here. Full attack this guy.
Okay.
First attack does not hit. So 42, 38. Lowest is 20. Against Flatfoot, because did he? If you
No,
acted in
he
a
is-
surprise round, you have acted, right?
He is most definitely not flat-footed. However, 20 doesn't hit, everything else does. Which is actually
Cool.
just the 2 attacks, so.
So 30 plus 27, let me... So 67 damage, non-lethal on this guy.
It's T-Rex's turn.
Maintain the grapple
Yeah, he
or whatever.
maintains. Mom, you don't need to talk in absolutely every situation. He will maintain the
Sure.
grapple. So, yes, I don't recall if does he get a free attack or does he just do the damage?
I think you have to redo the grapple and you get the damage on that grapple attempt.
So, okay, so go up to where the damage was, 53. Alright,
And I think he'd be pinned now between the jaws.
Flux.
Um,
And actually, wait, because he, not only is he pinned, I think he might be swallowed.
oh,
Hmm.
shit.
That's good.
I forbid him from swallowing. We never swallow in this house.
See, you know, it's like at least 4 or 5 times a session you say something like that.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
That's the point
yeah,
of it. It's being
yeah,
weird.
he swallows the guy.
My cohort doesn't swallow.
Well, he's intelligent. That's up to
Disappointed.
Slumber, last guy.
So he will, and that does damage, so... Okay. You were gonna slumber something?
The one guy that's not swallowed or asleep.
Alright.
If he fails, he's hit in the face. Face.
So that's a fail. And now that we're out of combat, I explained that I sensed that they were just trying to put one over on us. They were going to attack us as soon as our guard was down.
Oh, okay.
I ordered the T-Rex to take him out.
That's not how that works. He can't do that on command.
Well, try to fucking vomit him or something.
That's not a
No,
thing.
that's not a thing.
It is a thing, really. Technically, you
Yeah, anything can vomit it. Whatever
Can,
way.
you can try to make yourself throw up and then unintentionally fail the fortitude save to not throw up.
No, I mean, that's not how that works.
In Pathfinder rules, you could theoretically make that ruling, but it's up to you how you want to make it work.
No, that's not how you can't, unless you're practicing at it.
Use a tree to like fucking.
Let's just move on and call him dead, yeah?
So first,
Well, he has gear on him.
Okay, we're wealth by level is probably over by a lot, so we don't really care about that for one guy's gear. Level number 2, what I'm worried about is his alignment going to get fucked over?
No,
by eating
not in the
intelligent
slightest.
creatures? Okay, then if you're not going to do that, then I'm fine with role playing it that way. You know.
Really want to go through his shit to find magical gear, Humam, you can sometime.
I mean, at this point, is any of us really hurting for goods? I don't think we are.
No, not at all.
Well, maybe this time it doesn't matter what he swallowed, but maybe the other time he's gonna swallow like a key item.
So you could try
not-
to, like, we can try. We try diplomacy, saying, you know, it's not good to swallow enemies. It's not always the best course of action. We could
Always spit, never swallow.
Yeah, if you want to make the loot argument, you can say that.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't care if he wants to do it. I'm fine. If we want to play it that way, I'm happy for
Yeah.
T-Rex doing it that way, as long as it's not going to make him like evil or something.
Yeah, as long as it's not going to affect the T-Rex, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't have him swallow any items we need, puppy. Other than that, I don't really care. You can play him as whatever you want.
I'm pretty sure that they would destroy, whatever the stomach acids would destroy any magic item.
I don't know. I mean, if this were an actual situation we'd be dealing with, I would say probably don't swallow any metal, but I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it can't be good for digestion.
Right, yeah. I mean, sharp things are going to fuck up your stomach.
He's a reptilian. His stomach acid can...
I think some reptiles swallow rocks to...
Crocodiles can dissolve rocks, dude.
Yeah, but that's not metal.
I know it's like sharks.
Yeah, you're cutting out that. I'm cutting out. I don't know. So let's just move on.
Anyway, yeah. Any loot we do want to record for? Oh, coup de grace the other two and then loot them.
Hold on. I'm taking care of something else.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
I'm
reading a thing about stomach acid now.
So the last half hour I was on a call. I hope I didn't disrupt anyone.
No, I think you're good.
I
did not notice in the slightest.
Yeah, I was splitting my focus a little bit, but I was able to, manage both things with judicious use of muting on both ends. So hopefully that will be equally good in the future. It's not an important thing. If it was important, I would, log off. It's just,
yeah,
a team building kind of shit, which I don't really care about.
I hate team building stuff.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Let's endear you to your colleagues, to which you see 6 to 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Well, I work from home,
less for you.
I work from home, so it makes sense to a degree. But the amount some people want to do, they want to do it like an hour or two a week. Which, when you add that up, that's over a week's worth of work lost a year just on team building. That seems like not a great use of time. But anyway, other people might disagree.
Some HR lady read a book and has decided that this is a good idea for you.
Right.
Ignore parts of this that don't inherently make sense, and multiply it all by 2.
Okay, I might ask a follow-up question. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
The only thing is other treasure. Just ignore that.
Other treasure, ignore. Got it. Just the words other treasure?
Yeah, and
okay.
NPC gear at the beginning. Well, then it explains, so.
Okay.
Oh, good shit.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And upon hearing the argument, the T-Rex actually, because it is reasonable, so he will agree to no longer eat creatures that appear to have valuable possessions on them, because that does make sense.
Mm-hmm. But if his alignment's not gonna get fucked over and he wants to eat them once after we strip them, that's his prerogative. And if it's a situation of strategic use, which he's intelligent enough to do, he can do it then.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he will eat them, because when you're done, he will eat them.
So we're gonna save a fortune on T-Rex Chub, bring him along, really.
I mean, you're not wrong.
When asked about it, he explains in extremely common, rational terms. Well, by consuming my enemies, I make myself more inherently frightening. It's a psychological tactic.
Yeah, I believe it.
And he says that in the most gregarious way.
Whatever works for you, man. You're a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Tap him on the toe probably is what I can reach on him. maybe the knee.
Have a question out of curiosity. which I'm going to Google before I'm going to state it.
He makes a sudden scary face. Make a will save. Just Kevin.
36.
You fail. You flinch. He laughs. He's like, "Got you."
Oh gosh, that was quite impressive.
He nods. That really is his intimidate.
That's pretty fucking crazy. I believe
Actu-
it. I mean,
and actually, it should be one higher. Hold on. It's 39 because he's a giant fucking T-Rex and intimidating prowess exists. So he's getting a plus 13 from the ability score. Plus, he has a lot of ranks, and so I maxed those out. And I think I might have given him. No, I didn't even give him skill focus with it. I just gave him intimidating prowess because that would be a plus 13 bonus to a skill, and that's worth like 4 feats objectively. So.
I'll look it up. That sounds good.
Intimidating prowess gives you your strength to intimidate on top of your charisma.
Okay, so that's not gonna work for my character.
Yeah, it doesn't work for it's for barbarians, and the Warcat of Roll in Darby's game will eventually get it.
That's a combat feat, so my brawler can take it for free. Martial flexibility. So
yeah,
I'll keep
yeah,
that.
you're in Belkson.
Yeah.
You can intimidating prowess is
that.
fun.
Yep.
Good shit.
So to fill in some blanks here, I was gonna say something about things eating dead stuff, but apparently most lizards do. To the extent that a lizard, like the owner's corpse when the owner died.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how big of a lizard?
All it said was large lizard eats owner's corpse.
Yeah, because
So-
because when I think about the little bearded dragon I used to own, I'm like, her little non-teeth could not break my skin. Like a bearded dragon earnestly, I might be wrong about this. I'm pretty, like, just from having owned one, a bearded dragon earnestly biting a human could not break the skin.
Yeah. Well, isn't their diet like flies and shit anyway?
They eat 2 things. They eat the kale you buy for them, and they eat the crickets you buy for them, and the mealworms. And you know that they're getting old and about to die because beetles start showing up in their cage because they're not eating the mealworms, and they're living long enough that they make it into their pupas and turn into beetles.
Yep.
And when they died, I let all of the beetles go because I'm nice. And so they went off to go be a blight on some poor innocent farmer.
Yeah, I've heard stories of like cats dead owners because but
yeah, mealworm beetles are actually horrible pests.
I feel like they're fish bait, but I haven't seen them in a long time.
So Humam, it's okay to use the voice chat. Just don't act like you're the narrator and have to comment on every single little thing that happens. Unless you're doing it for internet-related reasons. It could be that.
To be fair, when I first started learning the game, I would parrot GM so that he would correct me, and I'd learn it faster. And I'll admit that could be it, but...
Okay.
Oh yeah, fucking A. Mealworm beetles are the things we used for bait. Fish love those things.
So, you say that you want to try to find the cult. How do you go about this?
I have a shitty plan. Does anybody else have a shitty plan?
Well, let's hear your shitty plan first, and we'll go from there.
My shitty plan is to go into the forest some amount, and then have the T-Rex roar, and then set camp, you know, and then maybe after a day or so have him do it again. After a day or so have him do it again. Basically until somebody shows up to figure out what the fuck this is. And then when they show up to figure out what the fuck this is, because all the predators and animals and everything around are going to be scared as fuck, we talk to them.
You do have that much time, Mom. You have days, if you need them. You basically have until the glorious reclamation fails to liberate yourselves. So,
I mean, if we're close enough to a camp or something that we don't know exists, then people will be around shortly. Hell, we could even move around a bit, and then they would follow the T-Rex's tracks if we, if they went hunting for him. So every day we move around the forest a little bit. End of the night, he roars, go to sleep, wake up, move around.
I can't think of anything better. At least you can try that. I'm just trying to anything on my spell list that would. I don't really see anything that's all that.
What
easy.
prisoners? He ate them.
no, you let him eat those.
Mhm.
If it's any relief, I will tell you they were nothing to do with any of the factions in this forest. They were just guys who followed you. They're just agents of Pausthrun who followed you.
Yeah, we're outside the city, so they can operate for the moment.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. If we have the bird fly up a bit, are there any lakes and streams and shit? Because generally civilizations camp near them.
Well, it's pretty much inconceivable that there's a true civilization in the forest, but yeah, there would be lakes and streams and clearings. The bird could scout for you.
He would be happy to do so. Staying within, for at least at first, staying within reasonable distance, so he's not like up by himself, but going further if needed.
Okay.
So traveling, say like 5 rounds, what would he see?
He would see a bunch of trees in 5 rounds. In 30 seconds, he would see trees.
He's a nervous burb. He doesn't. Bad things happen to him, so he's a little nervous. But if he needs to be a brave burb, he will brave this forest, from up high and see. So what are those people in the trees walking?
The
like
T-Rex
half hour?
offers to let him clean his teeth.
No, thank you. But your teeth are about as big as my body, so no.
Some birds like that, he says.
Not wrong.
I am not one of those birds. Those birds are either much more brave or much less intelligent than I am.
Well, most birds are much less intelligent than you.
Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say. I would say the same for your kind as well.
Yes. Technically we are kin. Or so say the scholars.
Oh yes, my knowledge of nature is getting to the point where I can divine such things. So he'll fly out, figure half hour, whatever seems reasonable, and survey the area while we do the same on the ground, and
Okay.
we reconvene. Anything happen?
I would like a perception check from him.
Perception from the bird. That is my ranks. It's 15. Is 2. Not very good. 19.
Alright. So, for an hour or so, from the edge, you would, in fact, encounter a, clearing that you would actually see signs of a clearing. Some, eyeballing it, some 30 miles to the southwest.
Okay.
That this would appear, yeah.
Is north on this map?
They're scattered about. I basically put a box around like 5 different zones on the about around 5 different zones on the dynamic lighting, so they're scattered about. Where they are relative to each other on this map doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
So there's like a couple up here, there's like one just to your left, and then there's the one I'm talking about is physically down here, which I don't mind telling you because that doesn't mean anything. As for the smoke question, yes, there was a little bit of smoke coming from it. Maybe just like no more than 1 pillar of it.
Okay. After we reconvene, we head to that area. Does that sound good to everybody?
Sure.
Yep. Mom says as well. So, any rolls for encounters or stealth or anything you want for him?
Well, no, I'm not gonna roll for a random encounter for the bird.
Okay.
He would encounter other birds.
Encounters a falcon. Fucks up the falcon.
The thing is, he has crazy hit points.
Yeah, he does.
So compared to everything around him, so there's nothing bird-sized around here that's gonna.
His the hit isn't bad for a random animal encounter, but his damage is 1 non-lethal. So it's not gonna do very much.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys can go to where he indicated it would be. As you do head that way, let's see. So 30 miles. So is that maybe at least a full day's travel?
Yeah,
So
something like that.
If you're traveling at maybe something like 4 miles an hour.
Well,
when was that Mom that
it was suggested early on that we've acquired horses. I don't know if it was taken into account. Even then, though, we'd get there around nighttime.
I'm not sure if we could with Shadow Walk. It says unwilling creatures need a will save, which I think the horses would get. I'm not sure how that would be ruled if they were like mounts or whatever.
If they're not familiar with Shadow Walk or with you would need a handle animal to get a tame horse to cooperate with a spell.
That makes sense. I don't think I have that.
Really
I
should
have-
be an item of like
I do
infinite
have it.
summon mount.
I do have it, but not like a decent amount.
Separately for each horse, of course. So
But I think we'll just go without.
Yeah. Can do that.
So, do you reach it before bedtime? Not unless you want to be there well after dark. That's a choice you can make.
We can like scope it out like from a distance.
Okay. Of course, this is limited by the range of your dark vision, how well you'll be able to see at night.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who has the who is the best stealther in the group?
Look.
I'm guessing not me.
23?
I highly doubt I could be that. No, not even close.
low. In the clearing under the moonlight, low light probably is enough. Though I will turn off the global illumination while you're there.
Yeah, we've all got lighting, so that makes sense.
So I would say the rest of us stay behind, especially the T-Rex, and you and Humam try to sneak up as best you can to get a lay of the land kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, everyone who wants you and the T-Rex both get dark vision. Humam, do you Leon? Do you have dark vision naturally, or?
No, I've
does
got a
not.
light, but
Okay, so
you
I'll
want to
give you
give me
I'll
dark
give you-
vision?
yeah,
That's great.
you and Humam dark vision. The T-Rex will have to do without. So I get it twice a day. Yeah, it's hours per level. So it'll last into the morning.
Okay. Stealth. As you approach, I'll go ahead. And you guys, of course, are you guys bringing any kind of illumination with you?
No, they have dark vision.
Okay.
No, if we have dark vision, we'll just turn
Okay.
everything off.
Yeah. Good job, because that would ruin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn off global illumination. Okay. You're sneaking up. There was a stealth.
I need to mine. All right. Which direction do we need to be moving in?
Generally leftish. The line you see there is the border of the box that I've...
There's a thing here.
Yeah, that's a logo or something. It doesn't
Okay.
exist.
Okay. Guys, I found a weird Illuminati stone.
Let's move the broadcast over there. Okay. Before you go too far in, let me roll to see if they see you.
Oh, okay. Apparently I'm invisible.
Okay. So they're only rolling against the one stealth. Okay. So, that with that 25 stealth Humam, as you guys go in, you see it being nighttime. It's a little things are a little less active, but you see a couple of different creatures, which you would probably recognize. Give me a knowledge, local or nature.
Uh,
I think you've met this species before.
local.
Yeah, you've just forgotten completely. Yeah, that is kind of them, Humam. They are flying guys. And one of them flies right up here. Let me make sure that, yep, dynamic lighting fucks that up. Flies up here and perches on this tree and demands that you state your business, while also delivering a call, indicative of basically raising the alarm.
In search of an Illuminati stone? I think we found it.
So how far back is the rest of the party for reference?
Far enough back that you will not interact with these events.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me see if I have diplomacy. Oh, I do. 13. Yes,
Yeah.
but even if I'm invisible, they can see us, apparently.
Well, no, he asked that to Humam.
Oh.
Which, yeah, I realized that the perch I got wrong, but... Isn't this forest
Well.
residence? For what purpose? Humam, there really is no need to do this RP in text.
Okay.
I am here looking for a person who can represent this forest residence. Looking to form an ally.
Alliance.
We have no interest in such a thing.
Well, fuck you then. No, that's all.
Well, that was right out of Screamer.
Yeah, Kevin's got a car engine in his room. It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
It's on every once in a while. It's like,
We are the owners of this forest. You are not and are in our territory. Depart. This one is dressed differently than all of the others, and they land. You can roll diplomacy. 28.
Sure, I guess, but you should know that a great invasion is basically on its way, and unless we join together, there will be consequences. I would be happy to explain.
Go on, says the one I just pinged, who's dressed differently.
Don't be alarmed, but I will be calling my allies. They should be involved in this conversation.
Okay, that's what that is.
I'm taking a dramatic license. I hope my mom doesn't.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. I did Google the Alliance bit just to see if Google would recognize it and spell correct.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. Apparently, there's an Aliente communication company or something.
Mm-hmm. I always find it funny that like Google's spell check is the best spell check, where other programs will be like, "Did you mean?" and like completely nothing related to the word you were trying to type. But Google knows like 99.9% of the time.
It comes down to database size, really.
I'm sure it's just amazing how like sometimes it'll be like it's not even close. Like, how did you think I meant? You know, it's like the word I'm looking for is one letter off, and you should pick this like completely different words than what I'm.
The best thing is you can do that movie where the guy and then explain a little bit, and it'll pull it up.
Right.
Yeah. That the song that plays while everyone runs around, you can find it.
Yeah.
The yakety sax.
Yeah, it knows.
Yeah.
That's pretty intelligent. I know it, but I'm a fucking person. But how does a fucking computer know that?
Just because that's what people have gotten, I think, when they searched before, or that's what people. I think it remembers what result people pick, and makes future decisions based on that.
That's
between that and like analyzing what's going on in YouTube videos while a song is playing, stuff out like that too.
Okay.
So I noticed that things like they'll just talk about something on a YouTube video, and it'll be in like the mid-roll ads or something.
By the way, I'm not fucking with you guys about all of these Strix.
Oh, I'm sure.
About what?
All the Strix.
I'm not trying to understand what you.
Flying things.
Why would you be fucking with us? I don't understand.
You've not seen the map.
Oh no, I haven't. No.
Yeah, you're not looking at the map.
So Humam shouted for us to join. What happened to that?
You don't hear him because you're not within earshot.
Okay.
With a 23 stealth, can I sneak off while being invisible and go get them?
Yes.
Then I will do so.
Yeah. They're all in trees, so there's no chance of bumping into them, even though there's a lot.
Yeah, I'll put myself back over here so that it'll act like me coming back with the group.
Okay.
But so every once in a while, Humam spelling reminds me of something. Specifically, this instance, there was a video where this very uneducated homeless person was being helped by a scientist, and she wanted him to design some algorithms to help her find her mother. Because that's what she heard instead of algorithms.
Right. My favorite when I've heard it was Hall of Costs instead of Holocaust.
Yeah.
Raping versus rapping happens way too commonly. One form of music, the other is a felony.
I've not heard that song, but we had to do a report in school. Oh, and it was like, what is your favorite hobby or something? And the kid spell checked it. It's technically correct, but so he did a report on rap. Yeah.
So,
like, the teacher reads it out loud too, as a good example of how spell check can fail you.
So you go back. The T-Rex asks, should I come, or should I guard the campsite? I wonder if they might be a little frightened of me.
You know, honestly, you may want to come as leverage. There's a lot of bird people over there.
Alright.
Ooh,
Oh.
maybe, if you wouldn't be opposed to it, maybe seem, uneducated as you previously were, so that you can be intimidating in the natural way. And
Does he have invisibility prepared?
She says,
Or she?
this one, this is a she, talking to her mom,
Oh, okay.
says, So wait, okay, so something just occurred to me. So, let me call to my friends, and then Leon goes and gets them. By what mechanism do the Strix believe that these friends are being summoned?
well, he called out loud to people, so
Okay.
me bringing them back after some time would make sense.
Okay. As they come back, she does not want to wait. She continues to ask about what you were talking about with.
Even with that unusual stomping sound coming?
Well, I was gonna. Does he have an invisibility prepared or anything like that?
The stomping sound won't start for a little bit. Like I said, you guys are a little ways away.
Oh, yeah.
Can you not hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you perfectly well.
Okay, you're not responding to me. So does the T-Rex have invisibility or similar?
The T-Rex does not have that high level of spell.
Oh, okay. I can make him fly, so he could be a flying T-Rex. Other than that, that's probably about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Okay. It's not gonna be that much more stealthy anyway, So we'll just go as.
I mean, we don't need to be stealthy rolling up on him. So he called for us.
Okay, so let's go.
Okay. So, see what I meant, Kevin?
Let me. Where? Oh, I see a
The
few.
whole village has
Holy
come.
the Lord! That is more than a few.
Yeah. And as the T-Rex enters, basically all of them point bows at it, just kind of waiting.
Did our T-Rex agree to tending to be dumb?
I could, though. I imagine that would put them less at ease, if anything.
You make a good point.
Okay. Mom, have you told them that the T-Rex is intelligent?
He says he does.
Yeah. T-Rex looks up at them, and he introduces himself cordially. This doesn't have I'm not going to have them attack or something if this goes wrong, but I am going to roll something. Okay. It goes relatively well. They don't form any ill conclusions about him that they didn't have a second ago.
Bumping through trees. Excuse me,
Yeah.
coming through.
Yes.
Don't mind to knock you off if I do.
Yes.
It's an accident, I promise.
Yeah. He does kind of ruffle one of the branch that one of them is perched on. That one kind of quickly flits up. Okay, so this one is speaking for them. Now, talk about this invasion. Be sure to mention how we know you're not a part of it.
There is an evil force that wants to claim this land as their own, and both figuratively and literally, as it were. And by banding together and by joining as one, we can stop this from happening. A 55 diplomacy.
You're a good public speaker, but your vagary unsettles me.
So I go into some more of the details of the plan, that elude me because I don't have a poor memory in real life. So
Yeah, so you explain what yeah. They've not.
I don't think any of them are from town.
Yeah.
When was the last time we dealt with Strix, by the way?
Just the once. It was a different group, and it was, I think, in between this module and the last one, I added something.
Okay.
In between books, and it was a random encounter
So,
of about like a fifth this many Strix, which was still fucking a lot.
it is safe to assume unaffiliated then.
Yeah, way far away, different
Okay.
tribe.
Okay. Yeah, so we explained the everything we've gone through, the Silver Ravens, Protectors of Kintargo, and how how Thrun is trying to take over the land and actually become the land, and wanting to have his armies take over control of everything.
And what exactly is it you want us to do?
This is entering into the agreement from similar to the other houses. Out of character.
That was for the town. This is forming an alliance with region.
Basically, they have to sign a piece of paper that says, we are formally allied with Kintargo.
So I explain the contract, and I say, if you ally with us, you will fall under this protection, and we will ensure your safety, and that these lands are kept as they are and as they should be, not corrupted as Thrun would like.
Several of them are scoffing at you and murmuring paranoid things like but this one looks at you sternly, stoically, wisely. We are no strangers to villainous forces invading our territory and attempting to take what is ours. If you believe the House of Thrun will respect your paper, I shall write on it. If you help me destroy what is currently our greatest enemy in this forest.
Well, what might that be?
Don't worry, you wouldn't like them, even if you had encountered them on your own. They're a coven of storm hags called the Grundlescorn Sisters. It's they who summon the foul weather over this forest, for months at a time. They've been desperate to destroy us for hundreds of years, but our people have stood up to them always. Never let them have our land.
Yes, we can see how that would be a problem.
Very well. How suited are you to navigate the forest at night? I suppose you must have, or else you wouldn't have gotten here, but the sisters are virtually across the forest, and it's more than a day's journey. You should perhaps return to your camp for a night's rest.
Yeah. Can you mark their location on the map so we can deal with that in the morning?
I know right where they are. It's just a matter of not having enough backup. I'll lead you to them tomorrow.
Splendid.
Very well, then. Says the names of two of her warriors, and says something in Strix. We would like to follow you back to your campsite just to make sure that that's where you go. I'll return to you
Yeah,
in the
sure,
morning.
totally.
We are asking for your trust, so we will give it in return and allow you to do so.
Points to Ratchet and says, "Stow your bow if you would."
Hold your bow until morning.
Stow it. Like, put it in your bag.
I don't think he was actually pointing his bow at something.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't. That is not enough to make them not mind.
Okay.
They see it as a ranged weapon, and so they want it at least to where they would be able to have a chance to react if you tried to get it out.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they mean. They just don't want you to have it in your hands drawn. They want you to have to get it out, which would give them a chance to fly away or shoot at you.
Yep.
So I need to let the dog out, so I'm gonna call a 10-minute break.
Sounds good.
Oh, see ya.
Yep, catch you guys in a few.
Hello? Hello? No one back yet, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you hear the rocket engine?
I don't know what you're talking about, so no.
Okay. My sometimes my laptop speaker kicks in, and it'll sound like a vacuum cleaner or something crazy is right next to the microphone because that's my laptop is slowly breaking and it's loud.
Hmm.
I'm back. I have acquired late lunch.
I didn't have time for lunch, so I got a quick snack.
Yep. Oh shit, this is a 13-minute video.
So, I got a curiosity. If we had somehow this had led to an encounter, would it have been like just tedious, or would we have had like chance to TPK?
So I knew you wouldn't, and also, they are. So I would have figured something out. Like I would have rolled. Most likely, I would have decided that they're fishing for natural 20s, and I would have rolled d20s on mass to see how many hit.
Mm-hmm.
For the 5 of them look different, and those are real opponents. The rest of them don't even have stats. They just are assumed to die in 1 hit and are assumed to be fishing for a natural 20.
Sounds about right.
So if we killed them, then we'd have to align with the other team.
So yeah, I'm glad it worked out the way it is. I was just curious, like looking at that many. We have those initiative orders that go off the screen, so
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Well, I would probably give them 1 collectively.
that makes sense.
So yeah.
That's okay. Glad it worked out the way it did. Mom did really great with his initial almost rolls, and I brought it home.
So, speaking of things, as you sleep, does anyone have spell resistances?
Nope.
I don't think so. No. Well, let me look at a couple things.
Okay. You set watch, so there are
Oh
5.
yeah, we probably should.
So there are 6 of you, because if the bird counts as a valid watcher.
He should, yeah.
So I'm gonna roll to see which of them is awake when this happens. So I'm gonna line you guys up. Just
2 on each watch as usual.
okay. What are the pairs?
Mom and the T-Rex, since they're friends.
Okay.
Yeah, casters should probably go first or last. And then I'll fill in whatever other slots available.
I'll be with Burb, and Zenray will be with you, Leon.
Alright.
Okay. So I don't. Oh, there's that. So 1d3. Alright. So Leon and Zenray do not experience what I'm about to describe.
Mhm.
The other 4 of you, as you are sleeping, you receive a dream. This being, so okay. You guys have kind of a collective dream. in which the four of you stand before a beautiful babbling brook. There's a rainbow above you. You're in a forest clearing, much like the forest you're in right now. There's kind of a beautiful little pond, and on a rock in that pond sits a dryad with butterfly wings. "Greetings, heroes," she says. "I am the protector of this forest." She looks at you, Flux, a fellow servant of Desna.
I nod and bow.
She doesn't react to anything you do.
Okay.
"I wish to tell you about a grievous threat to this forest. There's a village of wicked, vile, winged monsters called Strix. The tribe calls themselves the... Fuck that word.
Okay.
Humam, you find that you can't really act in the dream. Like, you can't use abilities and you can't...
Yeah. You know, standard dream shit.
Makes sense. We're passive observers. It's like a vision more than anything.
Yeah, you're passive observers of what's going on. The Dryad can't sense how you're reacting, and you cannot tell them anything. You can't tell them anything, and you can't press for information. The communication is one way. The Dryad doesn't even really see you. They call themselves the Kitkastitika. Yeah, I think I got that right.
Sounds fun.
They call themselves that, and listen to me very carefully. I've been keeping... They are murderous. They kill any human they come across. At least any weak enough that they feel they can bully them. I have been doing what I could to keep them in check for years, but my powers are waning. Theirs are growing. They're gathering their forces. They plan to start invading the villages soon. And as they expand outside the forest, one shudders to imagine what they'll do to the poor innocent folk out there. I beg you, find and destroy them. Their village is in a clearing, and she gives directions which you know to be accurate. In the name of the master we share, I thank you for this. Looks at you, Kevin, again.
Mm-hmm.
Please destroy them before it's too late. And the next thing you know, you wake up.
Would sense motive be a possibility?
I would say sense motive would be a valid thing to roll here, because you see the communication.
33.
All right. So, all right. So it does occur to you that there were supposedly flying fae, so stealthy and so inclined to immediately kill anyone they encounter that no one had ever seen quite what they looked like. That said, you definitely sense dishonesty in the message you've received.
Okay. Would it be possible? I don't think we did it to sense motive the Strix retroactively.
Yes, or when you interacted with them again in the morning, you could.
Okay.
So you generally have a sense that they're quite paranoid. You know, you got the sense that they were generally kind of unfriendly toward you, just by default. Their leader, their apparent leader, the one who was dressed special and who was speaking to you, was the least that way, and seemed the most open-minded and friendly. The others mostly seemed like they wished they were allowed to shoot at you.
Okay. Specifically the hag part of the thing, they seem like that was just a legitimate, like they were telling us truthfully the situation?
You didn't sense deception there.
Okay.
You could roll knowledge nature to learn about monstrous humanoids.
Okay, knowledge nature, I do have a good amount. $37.
All right. Let me get the. So you know that a hag is an evil, female-coded monster. It's hard to call them a woman. They're not. They look like an elderly woman, but they've looked that way their entire life, and there are no men. So, yeah. So like they are often obscenely old because they live way longer than any human does.
Mm-hmm.
But they live to be centuries old, but they're not. Yeah. The point is that the concept of them is sexist, and that makes me uneasy. So
Well, see, I think it's like a spider that looks like, you know, a scorpion or something.
Yeah. It's a spider that looks like a scorpion. It's not a human, and it's not an old lady. I mean, they are female. I guess they are female because, like almost everything else, they can reproduce with humans and make half-breeds, and they do so in a female manner.
Yeah.
Exclusively. So, they themselves tend to be misandric in attitude and in character. Storm hags. Okay, hags in general are spellcasters. There are a bunch of different versions of them. Storm hags, which the Strix did specifically mention. You know basically everything about them. They can summon storms, just like she mentioned. Hags, in general, specifically have the ability to form covens. A coven of 3 hags, or of at least 1 hag. It can be 3 hags of different types, 3 hags of the same type, or there are creatures that can pretend to be hags for the purposes of joining a coven, but all covens must contain an actual hag in order to work. So you cannot have a coven of 3 changelings, or 3 witchfires, or some other hag-oid.
Are there any good aligned hags?
There are not.
That's what I thought.
Or there are no more good aligned hags than there are good aligned red dragons. They're about so in terms of the inherent evilness, there's like a hierarchy. There's like evil outsiders, undead, inherently evil monsters, culturally evil monsters, douchebags.
Yeah, I was just thinking for the sake of the bestiary, because there's thing.
Bestiary-wise, no, there are no good aligned hags. It's pretty much inconceivable to imagine even an individual hag changing their alignment to good. It could probably only happen through magic, even though they don't have the evil subtype. So it's logically possible, like in the you know what I mean when I say logically possible?
Yeah.
Like in the not like it's a logical thing that might happen, but like it's philosophically, it's not. It doesn't involve A equaling not A.
Right.
So yeah, So some of the spells that hags covens can cast include, that's actually in the green hag entry. So let me pull that up. Because green hag is the first one they published, so they put all of the hag shit there. They can together cast spells like Animate Dead, Bestow Curse, Charm Monster, Control Weather, Dream, Speak with Dead, that they couldn't cast individually. Did you get all that?
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Storm hags in particular can cast Control Wind, Sleet Storm, Lightning Bolt, Invisibility, Whispering Wind. They do electricity damage with their bites and claws, but their melee weapons are pathetic and they don't like to use them. They are immune to electricity, naturally. And they have spell resistance 18. Are they immune to sleep? No. Good saves. Fortitude is their weak save.
Makes sense.
They also have a fly speed.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Mom.
It'll be better for the villagers and everybody else here. So
It'll be a good sign of. Yeah, I think the Strix seemed at least willing to talk, which makes them better than probably the Hattis are going to be.
yeah.
Yeah, it is inconceivable that killing them is the bad thing to do.
Yeah. So I figure the person who's willing to parlay is
Yeah,
the one,
definitely.
the one to go with.
Okay.
What we know of Strix, are they inherently evil like hags, or are they just like likely evil? Or
Strix are in the douchebag tier I mentioned.
Okay.
So
Okay.
below orcs on the inherent evilness hierarchy.
okay,
Um,
so decent chance, but they could be some good aligned or neutral aligned in theory, or possibly.
So think of it like this. So Strix are proud, kind of inherently aggressive, and humans tend to like to fuck them, like really badly, like steal their shit, steal their land, constantly, endlessly. Their paranoia is not them being, it's based on their historical interactions with people.
Got it.
So there's a lot of resentment over that. They're not evil. The default Strix, I want to say, is either true neutral or lawful evil. But it's a matter of founded racial hatred. Like, it's founded in bitter history and
Right.
bad blood that is kind of understandable. There have been instances in the past, including Cheliax. When Cheliax originally liberated itself from Taldor, they did so by aligning with Strix. Though, since then, they have fucked over those same Strix quite badly.
That doesn't seem very nice.
Yeah. Just sort of think of it like settlers and Native Americans.
Right. I had that in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded very similar to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that sounds good. So, do we want to go after the hags now?
Yeah.
Any plan of attack we want to work on, or just frontal assaults?
I don't know. What did they tell us? Did they live in a house? Something.
Gingerbread.
She says that they live in a they live in kind of a treehouse. We know exactly where their abode is. We sometimes follow them there to find the children of Oz that they devour.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, he shot for me too.
It's just a matter of getting there and crossing the bulk of the forest in the process.
Okay. I don't see that being too big of an issue.
Right. So their leader really does intend on coming with you.
Sure.
And she's the only one who intends to come with you.
That makes sense. If there's only a couple on our tier, they're not going to sacrifice their best fighters or give us cannon fodder.
Right.
Yeah, there would be no... The little guys, there'd be no point. Yeah. You could try... I mean, you could try to talk them into bringing some of the others. But that's your choice.
I kind of like the dynamic of one because it might be helpful, but odds of them getting the jump on us pretty much zero.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. You know, so just... We're gonna...
Well, true. If he dies for some reason, then they can blame us, and we're in trouble.
We have lots of Breath of Life, so it's not going to be an issue.
Oh, good point. Yep, we're higher level than I'm used to.
Right. This is the outlier game as far as
Yeah.
that goes. So what's... I have a few things I would like to... who just
We're good.
dropped? Okay. To do for pre-battle buff kind of stuff. What would be allowed for that?
So we really are going to do the journey through the forest.
Okay.
That there's going to be other encounters and shit.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's fine. Yeah, well, let's go then. We'll work with that. But before the main battle, I would like to have like minutes per level spells up. Would that be fair?
Yeah. I mean, you'll know, but it's gonna be multiple days even.
Okay, that's if it's not it can be today's encounter. That's fine. We'll plan. I was just playing my spells around it, so for today.
Mhm.
But the rest of the encounters we'll deal with as they come.
All right. Let me just. La la la.
How many uses of that do I have? Oh, you said multiple days even.
Yeah.
Okay, that will change things slightly. Wait, this was a new day even then.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a new day, so you prepare your spells.
Yeah, so I'm not going to prepare Shadow Walking again. I will leave a slot open in case we need it, but you know, I'm not going to necessarily allow be at moments notice. You know, in case we need something else more.
Okay.
That's a fair point. Would the Strix be okay with that, or would they prefer us to clear out some areas in between?
Um, yeah, that's fair. I mean, you could use a check to. You need to use a diplomacy check to convince her to willingly submit to your spell.
Okay. 37, I think. Yeah. Is everyone on board with this idea?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that what Hamam just said about.
I
if it's
mean,
a-
I do, but it's not my job to force you to encounter shit.
Okay. 51 diplomacy.
Yeah, she's gonna go. Okay.
And 1, 2, 20. So the goal is to be, I would say, like maybe half hour's walk from where the hags are, just so we're like not gonna encounter any hags. Hopefully, until we're like ready to be there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or what does everyone else think?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Okay. So I don't want to. You're right there, and then actually, no, that's I did that wrong. It's 800 feet. I don't know why I did plus 100. 1,000. It's times 100. So we're 800 feet from. That's basically irrelevant since it was non-specific enough. And then, as far as pre-battle buffs I'd like to have, I'll go into my elemental form when we're relatively close, a restricted form, I should say, and I want to summon my
Okay.
Nature
So
Spirit.
as you land, things are gonna happen immediately.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check something here.
I don't think that's on my list. It's a cleric spell. So yeah, before we left, I would have Zenray could have given us 20 minutes each. Or as we're planning on.
Okay.
No, we'd have to do it once we got there, since it takes us time to do it. So we'd have to when we actually get there. Yeah. That's the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be 30 points. Oh.
Okay. So
It's a good idea, Mom. Yeah, but we don't have these up now, since it does take us time to actually do the shadow walking. So if we are right into combat, then oh well. That's what I thought, but he says things are happening immediately when we land, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure what that means.
I'm putting one of the
Gotcha.
encounters in the place where you land,
That's
just to
that's
have it,
100.
just to get
Yeah.
it, just so it doesn't have to not happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally understand.
Are we teleporting around the map for anyone else?
You were doing,
Yeah.
you were doing that because it is my way of moving you to where shit is actually going to happen.
Okay.
Because the encounter I'm using is at the top.
Okay. What is battle order with T-Rex involved? I have no idea. What? I'm usually Zenray and I are in the back.
I mean, I still need to be in front, for the most part. But with him there, he could probably be in the middle because he has reach over everybody.
Yeah, that's so you can actually protect the back as well. With
Yeah.
If people are coming from behind, that's a good idea. I like that.
I admit there would be an element of please don't step on us, but I don't think that would actually hurt.
Right. He's intelligent enough to be aware.
Yeah.
And we're not occupying his space. We're like a little bit ahead, a little bit behind.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a good plan.
Okay, I'm gonna turn. Yeah. Global illumination back on.
Yay.
I see something skittering around down there.
No, you don't. So, as you arrive, you within about a round, you are sort of getting your bearings on where you've wound up, and pretty much all of a sudden,
Oh noes. Are these other Strix? Or are these
are most definitely not Strix.
Okay. Oh, what the fuck is that thing?
That would be knowledge, nature, or plange.
Nature planes.
No, not it.
Nature is both 18.
Fuck, I don't even know what they are looking at. My first guess was like a cloaker, and then I zoomed in. It's fucking arms and shit.
Nature first. And planes. 29 best for both.
29. Let me get the initiatives up.
Yeah.
And hers as well. Okay. And luckily for you, because you could have fought her, she has max HP.
You should have done the RPG thing where when you fight them, they have max HP and all this good stuff. Then when on your team, they suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Alright. Is everyone on?
Oh,
I need to do me.
good roll. Oh, a good mod. 15 mod.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, my mod's crazy.
That's what she said.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. Zenray last as usual. She was doing her nails.
Alright. So. She.
It seems weird to measure hit points in tens of thousands.
It's every order of magnitude produces its own feel. So
Mhm.
that is kind of a non-arbitrary choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean to some extent, but crazy high numbers start to get meaningless after a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's personal, whatever. In any case.
So, they show up. Initiative is rolled. We begin. This one flies over here, touches this, and who here has something better than dark vision regarding the ability to see in the dark?
Is there something better than dark vision?
See in darkness.
See in darkness, blind sense, blind sight.
I don't.
No.
Fuck all y'all then. For specifically, or here, now here's a better way to do it. Rather, I'll turn off the fog of war, and then I'll just put actual black. No, because that would obscure my vision too. This is better. I'll double check that nothing in this map should be visible anyway. Yeah, basically nothing. Sort of toward the edges of the map would be outside. Deeper darkness is what just happened.
Cool.
That's not great.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
Okay.
Daylight would could no way affect deeper darkness.
No, that's exactly what daylight is for.
Really?
Mhm.
Deeper darkness?
Yeah, they cancel each other out.
The light spells come in tiers. The light and darkness spells come in tiers for that reason.
Huh. I thought it was a higher level spell than that.
I think deeper is second level.
Deeper is third.
Huh. Daylight is a third as well. Equal or lower level. Yeah.
Both, yeah. It's whichever one is cast second is an effect.
Interesting.
So, Humam, your Flatfoot, or wait, actually, okay. So he can't 5-foot step. He does actually have to walk up to you. So this is your Flatfoot. Let's double check his sharp power talks. Okay, so should actually be 18.
Does not hit.
All right. Zenray versus your Flatfoot.
What is that? That hits, yeah.
Okay. 27.
Okay.
Human.
I'm gonna shoot at the direction that I was attacked from, if you would allow that.
You are certainly allowed to do that.
Using a haste attack.
Okay.
Let's figure out what their AC is first. Are they outside or evil?
No. Also, nothing whatsoever happens.
Cool. So that's my turn.
Okay.
By the way, I did roll a knowledge planes, but now that it's
Yeah.
my turn, it should be applicable.
Yeah. So,
It's a 20.
the creatures you saw were Enkau. They are extraplanar Fae. They have DR10 Cold Iron. They have the ability to create shadowy duplicates of themselves with fewer HP that you can disbelieve like an illusion. But that have the bulk of their abilities. They can use deeper darkness, like you saw. They themselves have have blind sense. Oh, let me make sure this is.
I have a. Oh, I'll ask my turn. Never mind.
Huh, they have. Huh, I was wrong about what their level of sensing was. They have blind sense, not blind sight. So there's a chance that they did not see. So they did. So Zinray still did take that damage, though.
Okay, that seems weird to create deeper darkness if you can't maneuver in deeper darkness.
They can. They just don't have that. They're just not that good at it.
Okay, that's weird. I was
But
thinking
they know what. They still know what square you're in.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And you do not automatically know what square they're in. So
Right. I have a plan on what to do on my turn.
I would like to buy mischance with the plan that I have, but that's not going to work.
Anyways, they have a bunch of other spell-like abilities. They, including Ray of Exhaustion, being them, they can make themselves silent. They can teleport. They can cast True Seeing. They have Prismatic Spray. They overcome DR Cold Iron.
That's nice.
Yeah.
For my turn, I don't really have a plan because what I'd like to do isn't going to work in the way I want it to. So then I just kind of stand there defensively.
Hold your turn?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. Alright. Flux. Attack does not miss on account of mischance. 21 Flatfoot.
There's a chance that'll miss. Let me look it up. What is my actual Flatfoot? That misses.
Alright. T-Rex. He does not have any special tricks up his sleeve, so he... Let's check his spells. He's going to cast I guess. Do you think he can cast Shocking Grasp and like can he cast Shocking Grasp and hold the charge? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a touch attack.
Yeah. So he'll hold that so that yeah. Flux.
Okay, my plan is to cast.
I'm wrong. It should actually be this creature over here because the tie and it should win.
Okay.
Okay. Going to move here. And actually no, it's not going to do that. It's going to we're trying to, okay, let me check. Would True Seeing allow it to see through deeper darkness?
That's what
Probably,
True Seeing
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
True Sight.
Yeah, you can see through normal magical darkness. Okay. So he's going to do that and move as I have moved him. Flux.
Okay, 2 questions. One, is Rainbow Pattern considered a light spell for the purposes of daylight, darkness?
Does it say it is?
I would have the light descriptor. Is that what it would have?
Yes, it would.
Then
It would
wouldn't. Okay.
school, the school it's part of, and then it would say light.
It does not. Okay. Then I don't see it. Yeah, I don't have anything else that would work. I don't think. So here's my plan. It's going to be a little costly, but I think it'll be worth it. Use Limited Wish to cast Daylight. Would that be considered a 7th level spell?
It would, and maybe ask for a little more mileage out of that daylight. Maybe ask for something more. Maybe try to exercise some creativity.
Okay, what do we know about these?
That they.
I mean,
I'm gonna give it to you because it's a little elusive. Sort of the kinds of things I'm thinking of. So basically, they summon shadowy illusions. So I would say that with a full-on Limited Wish, you could dispel them altogether.
the reason why I wanted to do Daylight as opposed to that would be they can't do it again.
On top of the daylight.
On top of the Daylight. If you
Yeah.
allow
Yeah.
that, then definitely, yeah.
So yeah, 7th level spell. I could imagine that being a 7th level spell, like disillusioning light or some shit.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's what the wishes are for, is catch-alls for.
We're fucked otherwise. I think it's worth the 1,500 personally.
There's a third-party spell called Banish Shadows, Abjuration Light. It does what it says, basically. You want a link?
Sure, what level is it?
7th, 6th, and 4th. 4th for Paladins. Throw it in general.
But yeah, actually, no, on second thought, it won't get rid of them because you don't need that much help.
But at least the Daylight will be
Yeah.
dispelled, or the Deeper Darkness will be dispelled. And they cannot cast Deeper Darkness on top of it because it's considered a higher level.
Yes. Yeah, they
That's-
can't
that's-
cast. They can't do it again.
That's all I wanted from it. That's enough for me for the spell.
I personally like the third-party spell for this, but whatever.
Yeah,
Third party.
it's if we're playing ahead of time, maybe, but for in the combat, I think it's good enough for what we're trying to do. And it's going to cost the same amount anyway.
Now
so.
you provoke from one of them because you cast a spell.
Shit.
If this hits, then it'll have a chance to demand a concentration check. And
Okay.
I
And well,
should.
it'd be a mischance as well because it would be dark when.
Yeah. There's the to hit roll against your flat foot.
That I think makes it.
Misses on account of mischance.
Oh.
And the other one doesn't threaten you. So
Okay.
that
Thank
happens.
God.
The enhancement for it being a 7th level spell is that it'll be a much wider area.
Okay.
So it'll effectively. It'll be much. Yeah.
Awesome. And that's my turn. And I'll 5 foot. Yeah.
Okay.
Give Leon a chance if he wants to go after that one.
It's lady's turn. Let's see. She is going to use thing, pull out. She uses swords. Let me check her feet to make sure she has 2 weapons. Yeah. Okay. So. Let's see if she has a power attack or some shit. No power attack, and I need to. Need to check what that material does. Okay. So she gets to make 5 attacks. Upon the first attack, she immediately gets a will save because that's one of the so this is okay. So she believes it's there, but her attack still hits it and does I would have done that as a swift action. So does 2 points of damage to it because it has the DRs. Actually, okay. So
Oh God. Zenray's turn. Let's
not if you find a way to give them sneak attack. And actually, 2 of the studied I forgot about the studied target. So 2 of those were wrong and should have hit. Neither of them pierced the DR though. But yeah, with sneak attack, this Strix lady will do significantly more damage.
Okay, I think from there she'll get 4 of them with a 30-foot burst.
Who, where, what?
She's channeling to harm.
These are not undead.
With positive energy.
These are not undead.
Oh, her negative energy. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, and if she can select out everyone else, she can do that.
Yep. I don't think anyone besides her is hurt, so she'll go for the full bore of it.
Yeah. Well, she can always select herself out.
Right. What I was saying is she's not healing with it. She can heal and harm,
okay,
or just
right,
heal,
yeah.
or just harm, and she does better if she just does one.
Right, yeah. So, I'll roll.
32, and the DC is 21.
Humam was wrong about something.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll double check, see if I get it wrong. Half well is 6. 21. No, I was right.
All right. All of them take damage.
Okay, that's your turn. Moving standard.
Okay. This fellow is just gonna walk up to Humam. Leon, I think you're prevented from taking the AOO by that wall.
Yeah.
And is going to tail slap you. You being Humam.
I get a turn eventually.
You can take your turn anytime you want because you delayed earlier.
Oh right. Fuck, I'm so close. I'll wait until after you're done.
No, I mean there's like two more enemies before you would act next.
Oh yeah, you make a good. So when you're done with this guy, let me.
Your turn.
Okay. We're going to 5 foot here.
Okay.
29.
No, but make a will save.
Really? Well, I rolled a 3, so that's fine. Okay.
You don't kill it, but it can no longer hurt you because you realize it isn't there.
Oh, okay.
But just you, not your friends.
Okay.
Can you inform the rest of us of this fact?
It's
yeah,
not about,
sure.
It's like fear. It's not about knowing. It's about believing. So
Is it a will save to disbelieve?
yes, you have to make you have to make it yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
you get a +4.
Yeah, you get a bonus for being told, but it's not about on a fundamental level. It's about believing, not knowing.
Right. But you get. I'm just looking for that bonus.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Cool.
It occurs to me Zenrei was hit by one earlier, and so should have gotten that save.
She was invisible at the time. Does that make a difference? Or it was like dark vision?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Because the feel of it was an illusion.
Okay.
Or at least was semi-real, so it could really hurt her. Yeah, she knows that this one is fake.
Okay. But you don't
Cool.
know the rest of them are fake? You just know one of them is fake?
One of them is real.
Oh, okay. Oh.
One of these 5 is real.
Gotcha.
Y'all
I didn't
don't
get
know
that.
which one.
Gotcha. So yeah, we'll figure it out. So we have idea of like this one right here is probably not real, and
Yeah, Humam, make a will save. Yeah, you think it's real. That one felt pretty real to you. It felt really real to you, even with a +4.
okay. I'm not sure is it a phantasm or is it a figment?
It's shadow magic, so it's half real. I don't think it's any of those in particular.
Yeah, shadow is its own thing.
So this fellow knows it would provoke from the T-Rex, but fuck it, it doesn't value its own life. T-Rex chomps into it, and it poofs into a puff of shadow and disappears.
Cool.
This one is going to attack your friend, whom it is right next to. So... Friend's AC is weak sauce, so... Okay. Take some damage. Yes, a will save, which I remind you, of course, that I'm going to ask for a will save for the real one as well, so that you can't tell by whether or not I do. Alright, she feels like that one is real. And it definitely really dealt her 27 damage. And one of those wounds is all bleedy pants.
That doesn't sound pleasant. Sure, you mean different things.
But bleeding will heal on my turn, so it's fine. One of the good things about lifelink.
Humam.
Yep.
Okay.
Can you fire an arrow at each one? To get a save for each one? Yep.
You have 5 attacks, so someone is the target of 2. Well, okay, number 1 for the one next to you. Yeah, we'll decide in order. So 28 doesn't hit. It's not outsider, evil, or human. 29 doesn't hit. 30 doesn't hit. And if any of the... Okay, so... haste attack will hit. Go ahead and get... the damage is 26. It disappears in a puff of shadow.
Cool.
Attack 2 would miss any of them. Attacks 3 and 4 will hit. Right. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the DR actually. But 23 on which of the 3? Okay. Just one makes that one disappear in a puff of shadow. And then this one you pinged? Okay. damage happens.
Good job.
Yeah.
Lower.
Okay. Well, your T-Rex obeys you. Going to use his Magus-y attacks to do an attack that has Shocking Grasp on it.
This is gonna be fun.
That's a hit. Let me double check that it doesn't have SR. It doesn't. So his teeth get all electrified and electricity starts arcing between them. And he clamps down and there's a crackle of lightning. Or like a little zap of electricity as it does actually only like 2d6 electricity damage because he's still like a level 2 Magus. But
Hi.
65 points of damage happen.
Yeah. Nothing to sneeze at.
Most of
Especially-
it goes through, and a grab happens. You are right indeed. So that's 33 plus whatever bonus they theoretically get to grabbing. Yeah, it wins. Critter is grabbed, and a will save will now occur. Which I will GM roll so that you can't guess by the result whether it's correct or not. He sort of he's like, I feel it's just showing is real.
I think he bit his tongue. Yeah.
No, because he has it in his mouth.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he also gets a second attack because that's how Magi work. But he misses. This one's turn. It is grappled. It does not have any fucking chance whatsoever of escaping that grapple. So it will instead desperately flail in an attacking-ish manner. I don't believe he has a grapple condition, so it really is taking penalties to this. Crit threat. Doesn't confirm. Still, that's okay, yeah, that's still not, yeah, so that's still one hit. And then yeah, so it successfully hits with one of its claws, scrapes the roof of its mouth with one of its claws. Dealing 13 damage. Flux.
Okay. So I forget to do it. Let's do healing on my turn. The Strix, the T-Rex, Zenray are hurt. Leon and Hamam, are you injured?
No, I'm good, man.
They heal 5?
Yeah, all of them heal 5.
Okay.
Hamam, are you good? Okay. That's 5, 10,
Okay.
15 for me. And then heals. That's what you think, sure. So I think that he's got that one under control. So I will move to there. I'll just try slumber though one, if that's possible.
Okay. I'll save. It falls asleep, and yeah, it works
Okay, just
somehow. A creature of shadows has to have its nighttime rest.
it's hard work being a shadow. You gotta rest. Those bags under the eyes. Can't keep burning the candle at both ends.
All right. Well, let's see. It would be she is going to coup de grace it.
It was reasonable.
Okay. It actually will survive if it makes the fortitude save, but it doesn't. And it was shadow.
Figure might as well get rid of it since it was hurting our friend. And the other one seems like it's gonna be taken care of.
Okay. Then Ray.
She will hold.
Okay, Leon.
The bottom one is the real one. Huh?
Yeah.
It's also the only one left.
Okay. 30 gets me there.
Okay.
And 34 to hit.
That wins.
Take. Wrong button. 78. And then intimidate it. Yeah. I assume that goes through.
10 plus hit dice plus wisdom, so... Yes, that does.
Okay, cool. 29 to hit.
That's not good enough.
Okay. I forgot about something. Add 2 more to attack. That's damage.
29. So, wait, what?
The 78 is actually 80.
So it takes 80 damage?
Yeah.
That Humam makes a good point. It's grappled, so actually the hammer, the second one
Cool.
does hit.
Awesome.
Okay. So it takes 125 damage.
Maybe more. I need to check my notes real quick.
Okay. Well, it goes unconscious from that regardless.
Okay. Yep.
Does the T-Rex feel any juicy gear on this thing?
Oh, I think I can eat it.
I don't know if you should. That might make your stomach hurt.
Yeah. It's unconscious and he bites it in half, tosses it aside,
Okay, seems reasonable.
sniffs
Yeah.
it, and it smells fine, so he eats it.
Okay. That worked out pretty well for a somewhat difficult setup.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, limited wish is only 1,500. I don't want to say it's cheated. I replicated a spell. If I said I wish that this thing went away and it goes away, that's cheating. But using it to replicate a spell is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, you're supposed to do that.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's because at that level, it's like you can't possibly prepare for every single eventuality, so that prepares for all of the eventualities in one spell for a cost.
That was good shit. Do we want to stop after we get there? Or if there going to be more encounters, or...
I can go a little later, but that's just me.
I could in theory, but we usually try and stop it.
Yeah, I was just voicing my availability.
I mean, I there's some part of me that feels like we should go longer, but I honestly would like to stop in terms of just I'm a little tired.
Yeah, sure.
Totally,
Sounds
yeah,
good.
Start with a big encounter for the next time. That sounds cool.
Mhm.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
we're all gonna be. Hopefully, we're all here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And hopefully we can finish up book 5 next week.
Awesome.
Are we 16 by any chance? I don't remember when we leveled last.
It's been a while, but
It has, and you are not.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
that's-
I
mean, I think modular are generally meant to be 17s at the end, so or
Yeah.
the APs, I should say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What was it? I was going to talk about something, but I don't remember what it is. We have tomorrow off.
Yep.
Wednesday is Belkson.
Yes.
Okay. Friday is normal as per, I believe, and then Saturday is Derby.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subject to change based on Darby having to work or
Yeah.
some other like real life stuff happening for people.
hmm
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, that was lots of fun.
Yep.
I the last couple sessions actually I felt more challenging than the previous like section of the book of the campaign. It was really enjoyable. In that
Maybe
regard.
a little bit. I don't know that I'd entirely agree, but it's different because we're out of the city or we're in an actual dungeon.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like some of the encounters, it just felt like I don't know. Like the last one I remember being really challenging was that big one, the one with the big room, and there was like 10, 15 enemies we were fighting. Like so
Yeah.
crazy. Like 2 of us almost died. Like that was like a crazy encounter.
While I'm thinking about it, Puppy, I was going to ask you, are there pre-built NPCs in existence, like NPC classes somewhere?
There's an NPC codex.
Yeah, that might work.
It's on the reference document.
Work. I need level 1 NPC class for a thing you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I think you're right, Hamam, about that. That was the really at least like one person might have died twice. But
So if we're stopping, I'll end the stream,
Yeah, sure.
and then we'll be let's see, 1, 2, might be a little, maybe 2 weeks to end book 5.
Mhm.